Hello and welcome to We Poets. My name is Sally Baker and I'm the host of We Poets. We Poets is a poetry show for boys and girls between the ages of 6 and 13. So if you would like to be on the program, please have your teacher or your parents call me and you too can come and be on our program. Also, we're always looking for dependable interns between the ages of 13 and 19. So if you would like to be an intern and come and get training and produce our We Poets program, you can also have your teacher or your parents call me. And I'm always looking for professional adult guests to come and tell boys and girls something about their jobs or careers that children and teenagers can pursue when they graduate from high school and college. Tonight we have wonderful guests. We have a father and his daughter, and they're going to be our guests for tonight. And so I know we're going to have a wonderful show. And we're filming our show today at La Peña Cultural Center in Berkeley, California. And we thank them for letting us use their facility to produce We Poets. So, without further ado, here we go with our beautiful poet, and she's going to tell us all about herself. Hello, young lady.
Hi.
How are you tonight?
Good.
Could you look there at the camera and tell us your name and how old you are, please, and what grade you're in?
Okay. My name is Adelis, and I'm 8 years old, and I'm in 3rd grade.
Good. And what do you like about school?
I like art.
Art. What kind of art do you like to do?
I like arts and crafts.
Arts and crafts. You like to draw things or paint things?
Yes.
Do you like to make things out of clay?
Yes.
And have you ever made anything out of recycled materials?
No.
Not yet, huh?
No.
Good. Now tell me some more about yourself. Do you play a musical instrument?
Yes.
What instrument do you play?
The piano.
How long have you been playing the piano?
Well, I started in summer.
This summer?
Mm-hmm.
How often do you go for lessons?
Not that much.
Not that much?
No.
But you like it, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And what games do you like to play with your friends?
I like to play softball and kickball.
And where do you go, to the playground or at school?
At school.
At school, good. And who's your favorite girlfriend at school?
I like Yasmin. She's my friend.
Good. And what are some fun things you do together?
We play kickball, we play catch, we play volleyball too.
Oh, that's good. So you have lots of fun, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Now, you've written me 2 poems, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what's the first one called? Do you have a title to it?
No.
So you're just going to read it for me? Nice and loud. Okay, let's hear it, please.
Okay. Far away in Bethlehem, a baby boy was born with neither riches nor with fame. Yet wise men came from all around to bring him their gifts, and peace was felt by all who heard his name. Angels watched him as he slept, and gently rocked his bed, their voices singing softly in his ear. His mother and his father both gave thanks to God above, for the greatest gift of all, their son so dear. They knew his life upon this earth would not be filled with wealth. They also knew he would encounter strife. But most of all, they knew that he would be a loving child and teach the love to God throughout his life. At Christmas, we celebrate this birth of Jesus Christ. Let's keep in mind the truth of Christmas Day, for it's not the Christmas wrappings, nor not the gifts that lie within, but our gift of love to others in every way.
Good. That was a nice poem. I like that poem. And I'm sure one of these days maybe you'll have that poem published in a book, maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe. So what are you doing for the holidays?
We're gonna celebrate at our house.
Good. How are you going to celebrate?
By inviting our family.
Do you have a big family?
Yes.
About how many people are going to come?
I just know a lot.
You just know a lot. And Mom's got a lot of cooking to do? And a lot of baking? And you're going to help her?
Yes.
What are you going to help Mom make?
Well, I didn't know because it's a surprise.
Oh, it's a surprise.
Yes.
Good. And what's Dad going to do to help?
He's going to help set up the table.
Put up the chairs
Yes.
and hang the lights and maybe wash the dishes?
Yes.
Oh, Dad's got a job to do too. I'm very glad. Now, let's hear your second poem, please. Nice and loud, please.
Okay. The story of the first Christmas. Once upon a time, a long, long time ago, in a little village, a sweet baby boy was born. The baby boy's parents, Joseph and Mary, gently rejoiced. Angels from heaven sang a song. We have been blessed with the special baby boy. Let all the shepherds and the little animals rejoice. A bright star in heaven to the wise men called. My light will guide you to the sweet baby boy. We bring presents, the wise men told. We bring gold for the king, the sweet baby boy. When he grows up, a great teacher he will be to all. Today we remember the birth of that sweet baby boy. This is the story of Christmas, the story of our Lord.
Oh, that was a nice poem too. And it's nice to give gifts to people who aren't as fortunate as we are, isn't it?
Yes.
Have you done that before?
Well,
Maybe to some of the
couple
homeless
times.
people?
yes.
How about at school? Do you do anything at school to go out and help the homeless people?
Well, they give us like this thing that you could give to anybody who you want to give.
Or like what are some of the things? Toys or clothes?
Or mostly like a card.
A card? Yes, that's always nice. Very good. Now, Dad told me you guys are going to go somewhere in a few days. Where are you going to go?
To LA.
And what are you going to do in LA?
We're gonna go to Disneyland.
Disneyland. Is this your first time to Disneyland?
No.
You've been before?
Yes.
Tell me about those times you went before.
Since I was like 2 or 3 years old and 4, 5, 6, 7, 2.
Oh, so you've been many times.
Yes.
Well, tell me about it. I've never been to Disneyland. What's the most important thing that you liked the most?
Well, I like the rides.
The rides. What were your favorites?
My favorites are the Dumbo one and this wheel that you could go on and spin on it.
Oh, spin round and round and round. You didn't get dizzy?
No.
Oh.
Not that.
Well, how about the Ferris wheel? Did you go on a Ferris wheel?
And the Ferris wheel, I think no.
You think not? Did you get to see any of the characters?
Yes.
Who did you see?
We saw Mickey Mouse
Oh.
and Elsa and Anna and Donald Duck and Pluto and Goofy.
Oh, did you get to hug them?
No, it was a parade.
Oh, it was a parade.
Yes.
So you really didn't get to touch any of the animals?
No, but they waved at us and we waved back at them
Oh, that's good. And did Dad take a picture of you with some of the animals?
too. I think so.
You think so?
Yes.
Good. Any other trips you've taken besides Disneyland?
We went to Hawaii this summer.
And what'd you do in Hawaii?
We went to the chief's luau.
What's that?
Where the chief of the island with some dancers up in there and they get to sing and they show why they do the things there and their culture.
How nice. Good. How was the food? Did you like the food?
Yeah, I did.
What did you eat? Do you remember? That was different.
Well, we ate rice and this type of pork. And yeah, that's all I think.
What's your favorite food?
My favorite food? I like Salvadorian food.
Like what? You like fish or meat or vegetables or what?
Well, we like pupusas and like this drink. And yeah, that's mostly it.
That's good. And what do you like to drink?
For the food?
For your liquid, like juice or milk or?
Oh, this type of milk that they made in Salvador.
Oh, is it cow's milk or goat's milk?
Well, yeah. Well, it's basically made out of rice and then milk.
Oh, I see. I've never had milk made out of rice. I'm kind of old-fashioned. I just like cow's milk. I don't like goat's milk. Now, is there anything else you'd like to tell me before Dad comes on to have his interview? Anything at all you'd like to tell me?
Well, I like to hang out with my family in the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes we could spend the night there sometimes. We spend the night.
Good. You take your sleeping bags?
No, but mostly we just bring our clothes, and then they have plenty of blankets for us.
Oh, that's good. That's good. So, when you grow up and graduate from high school and college, what kind of work do you think you'd like to do?
I want to be a realtor.
A realtor, like your dad and mom?
Yes.
Oh, that's good. We want to keep it in the family. Are you an only child?
No, I have a little sister,
And how old is she?
2.
2 years old. What do you do to take care of her?
Well, I feed her and I rock her to sleep.
Oh.
Make her milk sometimes.
Do you have a rocking chair? You sit in the rocking chair and rock her?
No, well, I just pat her, then sometimes I rock her on my arms and I pat her in the same time.
Oh, what's her name?
Samira.
Oh, that's a nice name. Now, is there anything else you'd like to tell me?
No, that's it.
Is this your first time on TV?
Yes.
You did a wonderful job, and all your friends are going to see you. And we're on YouTube, so people can see you all around the world. Look how popular you're going to be. And you can take your tape to school and show it in your classroom, and they'll all like it. Very nice, very nice. Well, I want to thank you so much for coming. You did an excellent job. And you're going to come back at the end of the interview that I do with Dad so that we can all wave goodbye.
Oh.
So thank you so much, and we're going to be back in just a moment. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, don't turn off those TVs. We're going to come back, and I'm going to interview a wonderful realtor, and he's going to be with us in just a moment. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back to the second half of We Poets. I'm Sally Baker, the host. I would now like to introduce you to my special guest for tonight, and his name is Marco Rodriguez. He's a broker and co-owner, and he's going to tell us the name of his business. You just heard his beautiful daughter read her 2 poems. She did a wonderful job, so he's got a hard act to follow. So how are you tonight?
I'm doing great.
Great. I'm so glad you could come and bring your beautiful daughter.
Thanks so much for having me here.
And I'm sorry your wife couldn't come.
Yeah, I know she wanted to be here, but she's out there selling homes. So.
Oh, good. We got to keep her working.
Yes, definitely.
Now, I have a few questions for you.
Sure.
My first question is, well, first of all, tell us the name of your company, please.
The company, our team name is MV Rod Team. We work for Genesis Real Estate.
Good. And where are you located?
We're located in El Cerrito and also in Richmond.
Good. Could you give us your address and
Sure.
phone number?
Address is 3220 Bloom Drive, suite number 178, Richmond, California, 94806.
And how about your email and your website, please?
Email is marco@mvrod.com and website is www.mvrod.com.
Great, great. And is this your first time on TV?
This is my very first time.
Well, I know you're going to do a wonderful job.
Thank
So,
you.
my first question is, what is the first step of the home buying process?
The very first step is to contact us, of course.
Of course.
And what we do is we put you in contact with a preferred lender to start the pre-approval process. And the reason why you want to get pre-approved is you want to know how much money can you borrow. That's very important when you're out there shopping, right?
Yes.
So you want to get pre-approved, and that's also going to show the sellers and also your agent that you're serious about buying a home. So that's the very first step, is to get pre-approved.
Mm-hmm. And how does one find a good realtor?
A good realtor, yeah. I mean, there's plenty of ways to find a good realtor. I think the best way is to ask a friend or family member, someone that they can refer you out to, someone that has some good reviews, maybe online. They've got good Zillow reviews, Google reviews, maybe Yelp reviews. So this way you can see their track. track record. So I think that's a good way.
Good. Is it good maybe to have two opinions, like two maybe, or just so you stick to one, or?
Yeah, I mean, you know, just like everything else, I mean, personalities, you know, you got to have chemistry there with an agent. So I would say sit down, maybe two, maybe three, interview them, just feel them out, see how comfortable you feel.
Good, good.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, how long does it take to buy a home?
Very good question. It just really all depends. We've had some clients, they come in here and they can buy a home in as little as 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
2 weeks, yeah. Some, it can take maybe 3 to 6 months on average. It's about 3 to 6 months. 2 weeks is someone that's maybe all cash, someone that's just very, you know, certain on exactly what they're looking for. Maybe they have all cash and they're ready to buy. 2 weeks, but on average with getting pre-approved, getting financed, it's about 3 to 6 months.
How many people come in with the cash that they could pay
Cash,
for? Right,
yeah.
right there.
Less than maybe 10% will come with cash. Those days are kind of over, but it still happens.
Still happens.
Still happens, believe it or not. People have a lot of cash, and they know that real estate is a great investment.
Do you find that you have more clients, women or men, or is it equal?
I believe it's equal. I mean, we deal a lot with first-time buyers, a lot of families, and right now, believe it or not, I think women are the ones that are buying more than men.
Why do you think that's so?
I think maybe because women mature quicker than men. I think that might play a role. But I think women, on average, they see that real estate is a very secure investment. So I think they go out there and they want to buy their home. Men, I feel like it just takes us a little longer in order for us to make a decision on buying. So I have more single women buying homes than single men.
Really? Oh, well, do you think too that maybe men want to get married, and maybe that's why it takes them a little longer to save up? Maybe.
It could be. Yeah, it definitely could be. Maybe they want to first get married, like you said, save up enough money, and then purchase their home. So that could be it. Yeah.
Now, what type of homes are you selling the most now? What's the market?
In areas, as far as area-wise?
Yes.
So we deal mostly in West County. That's anywhere from Rodale all the way to Richmond, everything in between. So West County is our primary area, but we're seeing a lot of people moving out to the Central Valley as well, because it's a lot more affordable.
I see.
And you can get a beautiful, 4 or 5 bedroom house, newly built, for the price of a maybe 2-bedroom out in our area. So people are moving out that way. It's much cheaper out there.
Yeah.
You get a lot more bang for your buck too.
But how about the commute, the gasoline and the wear and tear on the body?
Yeah. I mean, that's something they have to kind of put into the equation because that's a lot of wear and tear, a lot of hours sitting in traffic. But at the end of the day, I mean, sometimes they just want to be a provider for the family. They want the nice big house, so it's worth their the commute is worth going out that way.
Oh, okay. Let's see now. What kind of credit score does one need to buy a home?
To buy a home, I mean, on average, you ideally want to be above 620. There's programs that you can have a FICO as low as 580, but you have to have more down payment. 620 and above is ideally what we want to see. And then also you can qualify with the better interest rate. The higher your credit score, then the better your interest rate is going to be. So some people might not be ready maybe today, and we put them in a program where they can get up to 620, 640, 660 in about 3-6 months. So we work with them to get their credit scores up.
Well, let's see now. How much does a person need as a down payment?
Down payment varies. If we were to talk nationally, it's about 11%. In our area, we're helping first-time home buyers with as little as 3% to 5% down. And there's a lot of down payment assistance programs as well, where we can also use down payment assistance programs. We also have grants. And we've had clients buy homes with as little as $2,000 or $3,000.
You're kidding?
I'm not kidding. Yeah,
Wow.
We can factor in all the down payments, the grants, and so forth, and we can help people buy homes with $2,000 or $3,000 in our area at least.
Now, how about minority groups? I know sometimes Hispanics and African Americans, we have a hard time getting loans to buy homes where other races don't. Could you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. So there's great programs. I mean, for us as Latinos, there's a program for DACA, meaning folks that our DACA, or maybe they don't have Social Security, they have an I-10 program. We also have programs for that. For other minorities, as far as African Americans or other minorities, there's a lot of first-time home buyer programs that can come into play, in grants that would help you be able to qualify for a home. There's also programs where if you're working as a teacher, as a maybe police officer, firefighter, there's also special programs that are there just for those types of fields. So
Oh, that's great.
there's a lot of different programs. So you just have to have a lot of knowledge, or a lender that can have access to all these different programs that are out there.
Now, how about handicapped people, like people in wheelchairs, and they need ramps, you know? Do you have a lot of those people coming in asking for your help to buy homes?
Yeah. So we just have to make sure that we find the right property. For instance, right now we're helping a client, same scenario, and they're looking just for a single story, making sure there's not a lot of stairs, and also make sure that there's good access for the wheelchair. So we just have to make sure that we identify the right property so that it can be beneficial to their situation.
Now, could we talk about veterans? A lot of veterans coming back from the war, and maybe they're trying to buy a home for the first time. Do you
Yes.
help veterans?
We definitely help veterans as well. There is a very unique program. It's a VA program where it says 0% down.
Good.
Very, very great program. 0% down and no mortgage insurance.
Oh,
And they just raised the loan limits recently, so now they're able to buy more of a home. So that's great news for veterans.
good. Have you helped many veterans to find homes?
I would say probably less than 5% of our clientele are veterans, but we've helped quite a few, yes.
Good. Now, let's see here. What is a seller's market?
Seller's market, very good question. Seller's market, buyer's market. Seller's market is when there's a lot more buyers than homes for sale. So what happens is when you have a lot of buyers and you have very few homes on the market, the buyers will drive the prices up.
Oh, yes.
So there'll be maybe multiple offers. They're also going to be maybe paying above what it's worth. So if a property is appraised at a certain amount, buyers are willing to pay a little extra on top. So as a seller, you're in a good position.
Right.
You're getting top dollar. So that's what a seller's market is.
Now, let's talk about the buyer's market.
Buyer's market. So that's the total opposite, when there's a lot more inventory and a lot less buyers actually looking to purchase homes. So in a buyer's market, buyers are a little bit more selective because they know that there's more inventory. So they're very picky on what they want to buy. And when they make an offer, they're usually going to want to negotiate because they know that the market is in their favor. So as a buyer, it's a very good position to be in.
So right now, which is best to be in?
Yeah, I mean, just really depends on the different markets. In our area, I don't think we're in a seller's market. I don't think we're in a buyer's market. I think we're right there, right in the middle.
Right in the middle.
Right in the middle. I think homes are starting to sit a little longer, and there's still a good demand for homes, but I think we're right there. It's kind of flat in our area, the market. So it's still a good time to be a seller. It's still a good time to be a buyer.
Now, I hear a lot about the flipping houses. Could you tell us a little bit about flipping houses?
Yeah. Flipping homes is it's a great opportunity for someone to make some money flipping homes. They'll buy a property that's maybe distressed, needs a lot of work. They'll go in there, they'll rehab it. They'll put in some money, brand new kitchen countertops, kitchen cabinets. They'll doll it up really nice. Then they'll go ahead and flip it and sell it for a profit. On average, flippers, they can make pretty good money. So they usually are trying to sell it to first-time buyers because first-time buyers are usually the ones that are going to pay top dollars. And they want move-in homes, move-in condition home, turnkey. So flipping homes it's a pretty good business for investors. And there's a lot of flipping going on here in the Bay Area.
I see it a lot on TV and always getting invitations to go to these
To go to
seminars.
yeah.
Yes.
It's a pretty good business for investors.
Now, when is the best time to buy a home? What time of the year?
This time of year, it's
Winter
great.
time?
Winter time is great,
Oh.
and because you imagine, like for instance, right now we're in the holiday season, right? We have
Yes.
Christmas, just had Thanksgiving, we have the New Year's. So on average, people don't really want to go out house shopping.
Oh,
They're kind of thinking about holidays, right? Presents, and you're thinking about family, and people are traveling. So right now, not a lot of people are looking at homes. So right now, the buyers that are looking for homes are serious, and sellers want to sell. Buyers are making offers, so right now is a good time to negotiate a good price for a home.
I would think in the summertime, maybe when school's out, And the whole family can go, the children can go along with mom and dad and look at the house too, and the neighborhood.
Yeah, that's a perfect time for sellers.
Oh,
Because then, of course, you've got the weather that's in your favor. You've got school,
Right.
that's no longer a factor. So that's a perfect time for a seller to be able to sell for top dollar. But typically for a buyer, this is a perfect time to get a good deal.
ah,
But the market is hotter when it's summertime because of the weather and all that, those other factors. But right now, to get a good deal, I would say buyers are in a good position if they're
Oh.
looking for homes
Good.
December and January.
good, good. Now, do you go out and give talks, seminars to people?
We've done some first-time home buyer seminars. Yes, we've done quite a few where we invite, people to come and just get information on what it takes to purchase a home, credit scores. We'll have a lender on site, give real life scenarios, and see if it's something that they're interested in doing.
Good, good. Now, is there anything else you'd like to put out before we have your daughter come on, before we end the program?
Yeah, we also offer, we are also a brokerage, and my wife and I, we're also brokers, so we also look for people that are interested in maybe becoming a realtor themselves.
Good,
So
good.
if someone wants to become a realtor, we have training, we have classes that we can help them become a realtor as well.
Okay, well, I want to thank you. We're going to have your daughter come on. Boys and girls, don't turn off those TVs. Our little poet's going to come back and join us before we say goodbye. We'll be back in just a moment. We are back, and we just have a few minutes before we end our program, but I want to thank both of you for coming. You did a wonderful job. Would you like to have any parting words? Anybody?
Yes, I do. Well, I just want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and have a Happy New Year.
Good. Dad?
I just wanted to say Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and God bless you all.
And I want to say the same thing. We want to thank you all for watching We Poets this year, and we'll be back next year celebrating our 36th year anniversary. Let's all wave goodbye. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching.